Baltimore Ravens, they were a playoff team last year, but can they be a playoff team this year? We'll be talking about that and talking about their season right in this video. Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here and welcome back to another video. If you guys haven't seen the previous video on my channel, it was talking about the Spider-Man Far From Home. I did the review talking about the movie in certain parts, and then after that I gave my reaction to it / review to it. If you guys haven't seen that video will be down in the description down below. There will be a link there, obviously. But I want you guys to know this. I took the break off of YouTube so I can focus on other stuff. And as soon as that's what I need right there. Something just dropped that I need. I took the break off to focus on other stuff, but now I'm back on YouTube, so I just want you guys to know that I'll be fully focused on YouTube. Well, 75% focused on YouTube, 25% focused on the other stuff mostly. And if you guys haven't followed me on my social media accounts, I will be doing this on my Instagram now. One Instagram will be for my YouTube account. One Instagram will be my personal account. The links to those Instagram pages will be down in the description down below. But today's video, obviously, we're going to be talking about the Baltimore Ravens. Now, if you realize the Baltimore Ravens, they were a playoff team with Lamar Jackson. And this past offseason, they've added Mark Ingram, the former, I think it's Auburn running back that used to play for New Orleans Saints. They've added Earl Thomas, one of the three best defensive guys from the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl defeat team. And then they got RG3, a good backup. You know, like he took 2 years off after the injury because he wasn't playing good, but he's a decent backup. And then, of course, in the draft, they added Marquise Brown, the guy from Oklahoma, the wide receiver Oklahoma, which means Lamar Jackson now has an official deep threat, wide receiver threat that he can throw to now. That's the one piece I think they need the most, and they got him. Now, a lot of people were saying that they could go after DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf went to the Seattle Seahawks, but ended up getting Marquise Brown. And I think the Baltimore Ravens will definitely have a good season. But I have their schedule right here. I'm going to go through each game. Now, obviously, some games I've already predicted in under prediction videos, and I may have that changed. Please do tell me in the comments down below if I messed up, guys. In the previous prediction video that had the Baltimore Ravens, I gave this team the win over the Baltimore Ravens, even though I said Baltimore was going to win. So the teams that are going to be playing this season will be the Dolphins, the Cardinals, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Browns, the Steelers, the Bengals, the Seahawks, the Patriots, the Bengals, Texans, Rams, 49ers, Bills, Jets, Browns, Steelers. And we're going to be going through all of those 16 games with the bye coming between the Seahawks and the Patriots, which is between week 7 and 8 for them. So, obviously, we have to begin somewhere, and we begin with the Miami Dolphins at Miami. Now, we obviously know who's the better team between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. So, yeah, Baltimore's going to get this win. Then they play the Cardinals. Cardinals rebuilding. That's another win. Kansas City away. I know in my Kansas City video I gave the Kansas City Chiefs the win. So I'm going to give the Baltimore Ravens a loss. Then they play the Browns at home. I think this is really going to be a tough game for the Baltimore Ravens considering it's a rivalry game. But I think considering it's at home, they're going to get the win against the Browns. And I think they're going to begin through the first 4 games 3-1. Then they play the Steelers away. Another tough game. And considering the games at the Steelers are going to win because I don't see Steelers, losing at home. Then they play the Bengals. Bengals don't really seem very good right now, so that's a win. They play the Seahawks. Seahawks are about in the same state. I say Baltimore Ravens are a little bit better than them. So I'm going to give the Baltimore Ravens a win against the Seahawks. Against the Patriots, loss. I'm sorry, Baltimore fans. Patriots just won the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I'm going to give you a loss in this one. Then they play the Bengals, Texans, Rams. The Bengals, that's a win. The Texans, that's a win. The Rams, that's a loss. The Bengals game is away. The Texans game is at home. And the Rams game is away. The Rams were just in the Super Bowl, so yeah, and plus the game is going to be played at the Rams, so I don't see them losing. Then the next 3 games they play are the 49ers, Bills, and the Jets, with the game home, away, home, in that order. So, the 49ers, that's a win. 49ers are kind of rebuilding. They lost their quarterback last year. so they really didn't have a good team from last year. So they had I think they had like the third worst record in the NFL, because I think they had the second or third draft pick in the draft. But I think that game will be it's gonna be at home for Baltimore Ravens. So I think the Baltimore Ravens will get the win. Then it's at the Bills. The Bills currently right now, don't know what's going on with them. I do not think they're a very good team as of right now. So I'm going to give Baltimore the win. Then they play the Jets, which is about, I think, on the same level as Baltimore now. Because now that they've gotten Le'Veon Bell, they got obviously Aaron Darnold. And yeah, this Jets team is going to be it's going to be a pretty tough match for the Baltimore Ravens. But I gave Baltimore the win in this case. And then the last two games are against the Steelers, against the Browns and the Steelers, with the Browns game coming up first, then the Steelers game coming up second. Now the Browns game, I gave the Browns the home advantage because the Baltimore is going to be playing away at the Browns, and I gave the Browns the win. And then the final game, I think they're going to end off the season with a win, because that game will be home against the Steelers, home field advantage, and I think that's going to come up. And this game will probably determine if they make it into the playoffs or not. Because at the end, if you guys remember, I have losses against Kansas City, the Steelers, Patriots, Rams, and Browns. That is 5 losses. So you can probably tell their record. Their record at the end of the season will be 11-5. That is my prediction for the Baltimore Ravens. Now I know the next team I will be predicting will be the Houston Texans. But I want to know your guys' opinion in the comments down below. Who do you think will be the star player for Baltimore? Do you think it will be Lamar Jackson? Or do you think Marquise Brown is going to come show off this first season and do good for them? And then when it comes to the Texans, what do you think the Texans' record will be before I even predict it? And what do you think my prediction will be? Based off of what I did in the Baltimore Ravens. But anyway, guys, I would thank you guys for watching this video. Please do smash the like button. But I will see you guys all later. Peace.